Hey, good morning. It's morning after a long night. Some of us stayed all through the night. A few others just got a couple hours sleep between meetings. This is Seb with the Adopt and Negotiator Project. Seb, tell us a little bit about the state of play.
Good morning. So this is the second last day of a negotiation. We have now, since this morning, 5 texts on the table. The 5 texts are basically 3 related to the different negotiating tracks under the convention. So it's basically the end of the Bali roadmap, something we've been discussing since 7 years, and we expected the big Copenhagen protocol out of. So this will be finished here. The end of a discussion about what we do next with the Kyoto protocol. The beginning of a discussion on what we do since Durban with this new idea of having a new deal, but very low there. And then the 2 other elements are basically a work program on long-term finance and a decision on the loss and damage discussion. Those are the 5 texts on the table. Right now, parties are discussing it within their different delegations, and we are expecting them to come back all together in the plenary in just a few minutes.
In just a few minutes. And what are some of the scenarios for what could happen today?
So in the plenary, basically, it could look in 2 different ways. The first one is parties all express that they are not happy enough and so on. Don't use too strong wording, and then the chair says, like we've seen it in Rio, for instance, that he feels there is a balanced level of discontent, and that will mean basically that this is a balanced package that everyone can live in. Nobody will dare to go along against that. The second scenario is basically parties will say that they are not happy. The chair will try to say, well, let's try to move it forward anyway, and then a group of countries will say, no, we're sorry, we just can't have this as the end of Doha, and negotiation will continue. Okay. And afterwards, the question is basically what happens, whether those countries really stick to some very strong red lines, or if they basically just try to get a couple of additional things and then agree at the end. So we are not sure if basically we get anything out of Doha yet, but it is quite likely.
All right, so thanks for the state of play. We'll be back with you with more updates in a little while. Thanks, Ed.